golden angel looking down on you from atop a church. I saw that often when I was a little boy. The outstretched angel wings on the dome of St. Michael the Archangel Church were like a bright beacon, radiating beams of light down on me and all who lived in a neighborhood called Little Italy. It was called that because people who moved from Italy to America made their homes there. Now imagine, it's the day before Christmas. Children are happily riding sleds and throwing snowballs at each other in a park that is shaped like a peanut. That's why everyone calls it Peanut Park. Imagine too a little boy watching the snow fall as he looks out from a window inside his grandmother's brown brick home. His best friend Blackie, who also happens to be his dog, sits quietly by his side. You might say, Blackie can't be his best friend, he's only a dog. But you don't really know about Blackie and that little boy. This story will help you find out. It's a story that happened more than 50 years ago. And despite the passage of time, the memory shimmers in my mind just like those angel wings that still glow in the light of day. Your friend, Jimmy.
Little Jimmy and his dog Blackie peer out of a frosted kitchen window, watching the snow lay a white blanket on the sidewalks and streets below. An elderly woman with a kind smile, Jimmy's grandma, is making cookies. These are special cookies that people from Italy call biscotti. Is that right, Jim? Jimmy turns his head just in time to see her add some chopped almonds to the cookie dough. He calls out, "Nonna, Nonna, can we add some chocolate chips too?" Nonna is Jimmy's name for his grandma. "Si, si, Gimminuzzo," Nonna responds in Italian, using her special name for Jimmy. She shows Jimmy how to hold the large wooden spoon. Then she hands the spoon to him to mix the chocolate chips. Nonna and Jimmy share a special closeness, so they understand each other without having to speak. And that's good, because Nonna can understand English, but she only speaks Italian. As the biscotti bake, they give out a sweet aroma of licorice. That's from the anise seed in the dough. It makes the kitchen smell like a candy shop. Nonna loves to cook and is happy that Jimmy and Blackie are visiting her. Jimmy's mom and dad will join them tomorrow on Christmas Day.
And here's an illustration of Jimmy and Blackie and Nonna all making the biscotti together. After the licorice-smelling biscotti have cooled, Nonna carefully places them in cardboard boxes that she ties up with a string. Now the cookies are ready to take to the church. Every year since Nonna first came to America from Italy, she has brought biscotti to St. Michael the Archangel Church. The cookies are then given to poor families on Christmas Eve. Jimmy gets bundled up in his winter coat and pulls on his yellow rubber boots over his shoes. "It's tough getting these galoshes on," Jimmy moans as he struggles with the large buckles on the front of his boots. Nonna puts her coat on too and wraps a heavy red scarf tightly around her head. Blackie is wearing his red and green plaid jacket. Jimmy tells Nonna, "Look at Blackie's tail. He's excited because he knows we're going for a walk." Nonna smiles as she looks down to see Blackie's tail whipping back and forth.
Outside, a chill wind hits Jimmy and Nonna's faces as they carefully pack the containers of biscotti into Jimmy's radio flyer wagon. The little dog shivers from the cold, even though he's wearing his warm jacket. Still, he's excited about going with Jimmy and Nonna on their journey through the neighborhood. Blackie is most excited about being with Jimmy. They are best friends. They do everything together.
Jimmy pulls the heavy wagon and Nona walks at his side. Blackie trails closely behind. They make their ways through the streets of Little Italy, passing under holiday lights. Jimmy can see Christmas trees covered in tinsel behind the snow-draped windows of the homes they pass. Pine wreaths hang on wooden doors. After they have walked for a few blocks, Jimmy looks back at his dog and says, "Nona, Nona, look at Blackie's tail. It's not wagging anymore." He must be afraid because he doesn't know this part of the neighborhood. See little Blackie so scared, walking in a strange neighborhood.
They turn the corner and see St. Michael's Church. It has a tall steeple and a flower-shaped stained glass window above the doors. The church has a dome topped with a gold-colored statue of St. Michael, the Archangel. Spread out wide, the angel's wings appear to glow even on the gray winter sky. As Nona and Jimmy carry the containers of biscotti up the steps of the church, Blackie bounds past them and runs inside, happy to escape the cold wind against his little nose.
Those who are reading along